Let's meet our fighters for tonight's main event. Fighting out of the B2 Digital blue corner, Luis Cortez.
Just when you thought it was over, it's the shadow.
There you see him, the Mexican Hulk, Luis Cortez. Definitely psyched and ready for this fight. He's predicting a first-round win. Of course, so is his opponent. And again, a lot of promise that we've seen in Luis Cortez. This guy can take a serious punch. Of course, you know, his first main event with us against Colton Vaughn. Wins in surprising fashion, knockout fashion against Colton Vaughn. They have the rematch back at FSF 9. Colton Vaughn gets his revenge there. And the fight I remember watching is this one at RFA 35 against Curtis Blades, who's four fights deep into his UFC career right now. I will tell you, I saw Curtis Blades give Luis Cortez everything but the kitchen sink, and Luis Cortez could take it. I mean, he stood in there until the very end, and as you've seen before, Luis can take a serious punch.
Well, you know, back to what, I mean, yeah, he takes serious punches, but back to the first one you were mentioning, he kind of stopped Colton Vaughn's meteor kind of rise. Like, he was kind of the expected next big thing, and when he lost to Luis Cortez, that was like a huge gut check. And
that was probably one of the two biggest upsets that we've had here, you know, and that's, you know, you never judge a book by its cover. You see what we see on paper, what we've been looking at all night, the notes we look at. We form our opinions, what we think's going to happen. Sometimes it does. A lot of the times it actually doesn't. Yeah,
but he seems to be the bridesmaid and kind of never the bride so much, so he needs to kind of, you know.
That's why he and I get along so well. Always the best man, never the groom.
Never the groom. So this guy needs to get rocking. But he's got
his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Ben Beebe.
Well, one would expect that from a gentleman from Escondido, California. He is a big dude standing across the cage from Luis Cortez. He too predicts this one is going to go less than one round. I'm not going to try and predict anything.
I will. I'll predict it.
You go ahead and bite the bullet, bro.
Yeah.
It's all you.
No, you know, that's why heavyweights are so intoxicating to watch. It's because,
and this is what everybody loves to see. And, you know, Todd Carlson, matchmaker for Front Strew Fights, doing a great job, always listening to the fans. The fights want to see heavyweight bout. They've got a heavyweight bout. As you look at Ben Beebe, 7-2. Coming off a 1 win, 1 loss, you know, back and forth, 3 wins to 2 losses in his last 5 fights. So you look at it, TKO round 1, TKO round 1, TKO round 1, TKO round 2. Neither one of these want to let this fight go on very long. They've been sitting in the back all night long, and they're ready to go.
Well, Ben is a big dude, and he looks in shape.
It is time for the tale of a tape for our main event, brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. We have 2 big men stepping into the cage. 37-year-old Ben Beebe weighed in at 260 pounds. 29-year-old Luis Cortez coming in at 265 pounds. Ben will have the slight advantage in height and reach as he tries to improve on that 7-2 record. It's showtime one last time. Let's send it inside to cage announcer Britt Talbert.
Fight fans, it is that time of night you've been waiting for. It is time for our main event of the evening, and we are bringing out the big boys. Here we go. This fight will consist of 3 5-minute rounds in the Front Street Fights heavyweight division, and it's brought to you by bodybuilding.com, world's #1 online supplement store with the best selection and fastest shipping. Let's meet our fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, the B2 Digital blue corner to my left. Standing in at 6 feet tall, weighing in at 264.5 pounds, with a record of 4 wins against 5 defeats. Representing Main Event MMA from Idaho Falls, Idaho, I give you Luis, the Mexican Hulk, Cortez. His opponent across the cage standing to my right. Standing in tonight at 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs in at 260 pounds with a record of 7 wins against just 2 defeats. Representing Team Silverback from Escondido, California, I give you Ben Beebe. Our referee in charge of the main event here tonight is Mr. Tom Supnet. He will now give fighter instructions to center the cage.
Okay, guys, I want to see a good, clean fight. Follow my instructions at all times. Keep it clean, but keep it exciting. Touch them up.
Boy. It is time for the
Buckle up, folks, and get ready to go. The big boys are about to do battle. That cage door closes. Referee Tom Supnet signals that we are ready for a main event, and here we go. Slow and steady approach right out of the gate for both big men. Ben Beebe going for an outside kick.
Stepped into that one. Ben Beebe trying to close.
Both trading right blows.
Hockey style.
Wow.
Little dirty box in here in the middle. In the step
Good
through.
takedown by Luis Cortez.
Uh-oh.
Here come the hammer fists. He's got that right going against the cage. Ben Beebe trying to block it.
Cortez doing a really good job, just spotting that takedown, and see the fact that he's controlling that bottom leg of Ben is going to be next to impossible. So for Ben to escape, he'd have to unloop that left leg of his. He's just not doing
Luis
it yet.
Cortez keeping those rights coming straight to Ben's face. Ben doing a good job holding Luis at bay.
Uh-oh.
Now Ben gets on top, and it's his turn to do some work.
Mental error right there.
Hard right hand from Ben Beebe. And comes the left. Somebody is leaking. Ben Beebe's got the back position, just swinging with the lefts and rights. Catching him under the shoulders, right to the back of the head. Just over a minute and a half gone by in round number 1 of tonight's main event between Luis Cortez and Ben Beebe. This fight already gone longer than any fight Luis Cortez has had inside the Front Street Fights cage. A couple of right jabs there connecting to Luis's chin there, but again, as we've said before, Luis can stand the punishment. He's leaking bad out of the right side of his nose there.
Ben's doing a good job hitting doing some wrist riding there, controlling his wrist, and he's getting a lot of connection through that armpit there, through that kind of the back door.
Luis's armpit is doing a lot of blocking on those. It looks and sounds good, but right now hasn't recently connected pretty heavily yet. But again, it appears, as you can tell, the blood is flowing, and it's coming out of the, I believe, right nostril of Luis Cortez there. So oil leaking early in this bout.
So whenever you're on top in the position Ben is in, you want to control the far side wrist for the most part.
As you can hear the crowd giving their opinion.
Caesar spoke. He said thumbs down. See, the thing is he's working right here. There's no reason to stand him up.
No, none at all. The crowd gave their reaction. Tom Supnet let him know his decision that both fighters are working right now. Luis Cortez defending himself. Ben Beebe going under, going over, trying to find the hole in Luis Cortez right now. As Luis Cortez gets back to his feet, again, the resilience and the strength that we told you that Luis Cortez can take a pounding.
Take a beating. Take a punch.
I was trying to find a creative way to say that, but you got to call a spade a spade. He took it there for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, this is it seemed at the outset it was all Luis, and then now, that knee hurt him. Ben landed a really good knee on Luis, and you could tell there was a little bit of a wince, and his head popped up in the body. He did a body knee. in the body. So
A minute 15 left in round number 1 in a fight where both fighters said they wouldn't get it out of the first round. Of course, anything can happen in this last 65 seconds.
more dirty boxing. You know, they really haven't landed anything from range. Oh, low blow.
Too low,
Low blow.
low stomachs.
Yeah.
To the stomach, though. Not
Negligible.
not low blow, but
Well, yeah. Could have been.
low blow to the gut.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, Tom Sepna finally decides he's had enough. He wants to see the big guys go at it. So does the crowd in the final 40 seconds. Now you look at the right eye of Ben Beebe. That is starting to swell up. So Luis has done some damage as well.
So notice how when Ben closes the distance.
Oh,
his chin
right
is
and left
up.
combination. He's got him rocking. Does Luis Cortez have it here? He's got the fist fight in this final 20 seconds. He's not letting go. It's done. And it is over. Luis Cortez comes out of the depths, rebounds, puts Ben Beebe back in the corner, lets the rights and lefts fly, and finally Tom Supnet decided he had seen enough and gives this one to Luis Cortez.
Yeah, you know, it could have gone either way right there. You know, he was intelligently defending himself, yet, you know, there was about 30 seconds of unresponsive, you know, blows, you know. So.
As we go to the Project Filter replay brought to you by Project Filter, you decide when, we'll show you how. Visit projectfilter.org. Congratulations to both men. It was early on in this round where we really started seeing the fighters lay the lumber to each other. Luis Cortez gets him down to the ground, gets him with 3 or 4 hammer fists, and just starts the right going.
Yeah, you know, see, here you go. That was really good, but once Beebe got on top, it was all him. And then, you know, the tide shifted for sure. I like that, laying the lumber.
And again, this is where you saw Luis Cortez took so much punishment for the better part of 2 to 2.5 minutes. But we said, is anything going to happen in this final 65 seconds? It did. He connects with the right and the left combination there, and he just lets it go right there. Ben Beebe, all he can do is put the fist up. Hasn't moved a lot there. He had the fist up, had the guard. Didn't have a lot of movement to respond to.
Yeah, you know, and here's the thing is it could be argued either way, you know. I see Ben's case that he was upset that fight got stopped because he said to Tom, hey, you didn't stop it when I was on the ground beating Luis Cortez.
All right, well, we're going to step inside the cage and go inside with Britt Talbert for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 4:41 of the first round by referee stoppage, improving his record to 5 wins. How about it for Luis, the Mexican Hulk, Cortez? Ladies and gentlemen, another nice round of applause for Ben Beebe for coming up here from Escondido. Matt Johnson's now going to take it away with our winner, Luis Cortez.
Luis, the Mexican Hulk Cortez, you step back once again to the main event spot here at Front Street Fights against a very tough opponent in Beebe. You caught him with a good clip there right off the bat, got him to the ground. Then he got some control back on you. What did you see from your opponent tonight?
He's tough. I think if I would have pressured him right off the back, I think I would have finished him right away. But I waited for him to gas out for a little bit.
What was going through your mind? Again, he had control on you for the better part of about 2 minutes there. Again, you never gave up. And again, we saw the finish there, able to just start throwing the rights and the lefts. What was going through your mind while you were on the ground there?
Nothing, just cover up. Nothing was hurting me. Just keep covering until I felt his punches getting weaker and weaker.
All right, what's next for the Mexican Hulk?
Back to training. Title.
Title shot is what your corner's calling for. Any sponsors you want to shout out to tonight?
Alberto's in Idaho Falls, and then Jesse at CrossFit Edify, my boxing coach at main event, and my teammates. I had a fan. He lost his mom to cancer the other day. or a month ago, I'd like to dedicate this win to him and his family for the loss of his mom.
All right, well, congratulations. One more time, your winner of tonight's main event. Give it up for Luis the Mexican Hulk Cortez.